Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the South Dakota State versus Kansas City college basketball matchup on Thursday, January 25th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use that discount code PICK. You'll get 15% off. We also have a concierge style service for those of you that asked for that or those who are looking for that, one-on-one type thing. That is meant for big bettors. It's called the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. You can text the number that you see on the screen. They're not available on the website. You got to text that number. But let's get to this one. It's South Dakota State taking on Kansas City. Of course, this is the Summit League, and we know South Dakota State, certainly a team that we've become familiar with throughout the years because in the NCAA tournament, these guys seem to always make some noise, and we know even early in the season, they play a pretty big out-of-conference, so we get a chance to become familiar with them. Of course, the greatest moment for South Dakota State happened just a few years ago in the NCAA tournament when right at the buzzer, Mike Daum hit a half-court shot against Texas to beat the Longhorns in the big dance. One of the most amazing shots you'll ever see. But the thing is, when we look at this particular South Dakota State team, it's been a little choppy. They're 6-2 straight up at home, but just 2-3 against the number. And I think that is a big part of the problem for this team. They're 11-9 straight up and 9-8 against the number. So they certainly have time to get it together, but they're going to have to get it together in a hurry because the Summit isn't just going to be gifted to them, that's for sure. When we look at Kansas City, this is a team that comes in 6-12 on the season, 2-7 again. 2-7 straight up and against the number on the road. They're just 4-6 in their last 10 games. So we dig a little deeper in here and we take a look at how Kansas City got to this point. Just coming off of a win against Nebraska Omaha, they were 5-point dogs in that game on the road and won that game by a bucket. And then prior to that had lost to North Dakota and North Dakota State, a win over Portland State, and losses to Sac State and St. Thomas. A win over Oral Roberts. So, Kansas City, not horrible, but not great. And when it comes to covering the spread in those games, they've only covered twice in their last 6. When we look at South Dakota State, this is a team where, like I said, the expectations are a little higher. They've won 4 of their last 5. The loss, they were favored in that game against Denver, at Denver, and were unable to get it done. In fact, it was a little bit of a one-sided game there. We've seen, South Dakota State play against decent teams like Weber State, losing that one by 3 in a game that they were getting 5. We saw them earlier, in a game that kind of a couple nice barometer games against Norfolk State and Wyoming, and they lost both of those and didn't cover in either of those either. So if South Dakota State is going to, make a move in the Summit, it's got to happen now. Their defense has been very good at guarding the floor. They don't guard the perimeter very well, and that has been their undoing. When we look at the offense, well, it's still the South Dakota State offense. They shoot threes. They shoot efficiently from the floor. They do all of those things really, really well. Up against pretty much a sieve of a defense in this game, but actually Kansas City a lot better on the boards than South Dakota State. So we're going to have to watch the number. Right here, it's a lean to South Dakota State, even though Kansas City is terrible and South Dakota State has the opportunity here to win by 20 plus. I'm just not so sure that happens, but I'll take the Jackrabbits anyway. I'm going to take South Dakota State, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.